Tasha Safira Alaskia from 11-2. Here, I will tell you about analytical exposition and hortatory exposition. First, I will introduce you about analytical exposition. Analytical exposition is a type of text that to persuade the reader and have a reasons and evidence. And the second, the purpose of analytical exposition, to convince the reader or listener about the writer's opinion. And the next is generic structure. The generic structure have three sections. First is thesis. Introduce the topic and state the writer's opinion clearly. Second, arguments. Provides the reader and evidence to support the opinion, usually contains more than one argument. The last is reiteration or conclusion. Restate the writer's opinion and strengthens the argument. And the next is language features. First is focus on generic human and non-human participants, technology, education, or government. The next, use of simple present tense. The next, use of internal conjunction. Example is firstly, secondly, moreover, however, and like that. And the last is use of reasoning and evidence. For example, facts, statistics, something like that. And here I will give you some examples of analytical exposition. The title is Why Reading is Important. The thesis first section of analytical exposition is reading is essential activity for everyone. And the arguments is firstly, reading helps improve our knowledge. By reading a book, we learn new information and ideas. Secondly, reading develops our imagination and creativity. It allows us to experience different roles and situations. Moreover, reading improves our vocabulary and language skills. And the last reiteration section is, in conclusion, reading gives many benefits. Therefore, we should make reading a daily habit. And the next is hortatory exposition. Hortatory exposition is a type of text that to persuade the readers or the listeners. Something should or should not done, and recommendation. The purpose of hortatory exposition is to encourage the readers to do something or to avoid doing something. The generic structure of hortatory exposition have a three section. First, thesis, to introduce the topic and state the writer's opinion about the issues. The second, arguments, provide the reason to support the opinion. And the last is recommendation, suggest what the reader should or should not do. The language features is use a simple present tense. The second is use a mental verbs like think, believe, should, must, something like that. The next is use of connectives. Firstly, furthermore, however, and like that. And the last is use of persuasive and evaluative language. I will give you example of hereditary exposition. And the title of the example is We Should Save Water. The thesis is water is vital resource that we often take for granted. The arguments is firstly, clean water is limited. Many countries suffer from water scarcity. Secondly, wasting water leads to higher utility bills and environmental damage. Thirdly, saving water ensures that future generations will have access to it. Recommendation: therefore, we should use water wisely and avoid wasting it in our daily lives. Me, Aisyah Safira Alaskia. Thank you already watched my videos. Bye!